When people think of discipline, they often imagine enormous sacrifices or dramatic lifestyle changes, but that is not where true mastery begins. Discipline is not about doing everything at once. It is about starting small, starting simple, and starting consistently. A single repeated act, no matter how modest, carries the power to reshape your entire character. Think of it as planting a seed. You don't demand the tree to grow overnight. You water it, nurture it, and allow time and consistency to do their work. In the same way, discipline grows through small, repeated victories. Waking up 10 minutes earlier each day, keeping a daily promise to yourself, finishing what you start. These are the humble beginnings that forge strength. It is far better to succeed in a small commitment daily than to fail in a grand one sporadically. Over time, these small acts compound, building momentum and self-respect. Each fulfilled promise whispers to your mind, "I can trust myself." That trust becomes the foundation upon which all greater discipline is built. Remember, the strongest discipline is not forced, it is cultivated, one consistent step at a time. Discipline is not only about willpower, it is also about the environment you place yourself in each day. Your surroundings are quietly influencing your choices, either pulling you closer to your goals or distracting you from them. Think about it. If your desk is cluttered, your mind will mirror that clutter. If unhealthy food is always within reach, sooner or later you will give in. But when you design your environment intentionally, discipline becomes less of a battle and more of a natural flow. Remove what tempts you and place reminders of what strengthens you. A clear workspace, a structured plan on your wall, a book beside your bed instead of a phone. These simple adjustments guide your actions without demanding constant effort. The truth is, no one wins discipline by fighting temptation endlessly. They win by reducing the number of battles they need to fight. When your environment is aligned with your intentions, discipline stops being a struggle and begins to feel inevitable. By controlling the space around you, you take control of the direction within you, and that is where daily mastery truly begins. Each day begins in the mind long before it unfolds in action. The way you start your morning shapes the rhythm of everything that follows. If you rise in chaos, you carry chaos into your decisions. But if you rise with clarity, you carry clarity into your discipline. The first hour of your day is not just another 60 minutes, it is the foundation on which your discipline stands. When you train your mind before the world demands your attention, you create strength that no distraction can easily break, whether it is a moment of silence, a few lines of reflection, or a simple routine that grounds you. These early practices set your direction. They remind you of what matters and anchor you to purpose rather than impulse. Discipline grows stronger when the mind is centered, because a focused mind does not waste energy battling noise. It channels energy toward action. It is not about perfection in the morning, but about ownership of the day before the day owns you. By mastering your mind first, you give discipline the space to thrive naturally, and from there, everything else falls into place. Too many people wait for the perfect wave of motivation before they act, not realizing that waiting is the very thing that keeps them stuck. Motivation is fleeting. It comes when it pleases and leaves just as quickly. If discipline depended on motivation, none of us would ever achieve consistency. Discipline thrives not on feelings but on action. The moment you take the first step, no matter how small, you create a spark of momentum. That momentum is far more reliable than the passing excitement of motivation. Think of the times you resisted starting, yet once you began, the energy appeared and carried you forward. Action precedes motivation, not the other way around. Discipline means training yourself to move, even when you don't feel like it, because the act itself awakens the drive you thought you lacked. Over time, this shift rewires the mind. You stop waiting for the right mood and instead trust the power of starting. The habit of doing builds strength that feelings alone cannot provide. Remember, discipline is not about waiting to feel ready. It is about choosing to begin, and in beginning, finding the strength to continue. Discipline is not forged in comfort. It is shaped in the moments when you choose to lean into discomfort instead of running from it. Growth is rarely convenient, and the very resistance you feel is a sign that you are stretching beyond your old limits. The mind naturally seeks ease, but discipline teaches you to embrace the difficult path, to see discomfort not as an enemy, but as proof that you are moving forward. Each time you push through that inner resistance, whether it is the urge to quit early, the temptation to take shortcuts, or the desire to delay, you strengthen a part of yourself that cannot be built any other way. Discomfort becomes the training ground for character, and with each victory over it, your capacity to endure grows. Soon, what once felt unbearable becomes your new normal, and you realize that the challenge was never bigger than you. It was simply an invitation to rise. Discipline is the art of saying yes to that invitation. again and again until discomfort no longer feels like punishment but a sign of progress. To master discipline is to welcome discomfort as the very path to freedom. Discipline is not a rigid chain that binds you. It is a living process that strengthens when you track it, reflect on it, and adjust it. Too often, people abandon their commitments because they expect perfection. But discipline is not about never slipping. It is about never staying down when you do. By measuring your progress, even in the smallest ways, you begin to see the quiet proof that your efforts are adding up. Reflection allows you to recognize both your victories and your weak points, giving you the chance to learn instead of repeating the same mistakes. And when you adjust, you keep your discipline alive, adapting it to meet new challenges instead of breaking under pressure. This cycle of tracking, reflecting, and refining keeps your commitment fresh and sustainable, turning discipline from a burden into a tool for growth. It is not about being unyielding, it is about being consistent and intentional. The strength of discipline is not measured by perfection, but by persistence, by your willingness to rise, to learn, and to keep moving forward. And in that process, you discover that true discipline is never fixed, it is continuously mastered.